On Tuesday of this week, President Biden was meeting with world leaders in Washington, D.C. at a NATO summit celebrating 75 years of NATO. So President Biden is meeting with world leaders. And what's Donald Trump doing at that same time? Well, he's given a rally at his own golf course down in Miami where he is admitting to the crowd that when he came into office, he didn't even know what NATO was. Right? He's just a big dumb moron who put himself in a position that he was not equipped to handle. And he admitted when he got into the White House, I didn't even know what was going on. What is a NATO? Let me read you what Donald Trump told the crowd. Bear with me because it's a long one. But here is Donald Trump admitting Tuesday at his Doral golf course in Miami that he didn't know what the F he was doing. Today, he's with people from NATO, and these people show up. I know very well every one of them. They're very smart. They're at the top of their game, and they're saying, what the hell is with this guy? We know we can't figure out. I saved NATO because when I went down, hey, Barack Hussein Obama, has anyone ever heard of him? He would go and, go to wherever the holding had a meeting, and he'd make a nice speech, and Bush would go and make a nice speech, and he would leave. In all fairness, Bush. But he makes a nice speech and they're all going to make speeches and then they would... I am struggling to read the incoherent rantings of this mentally disturbed man. I'm not even to the heart of it yet, folks. But he repeats himself so much because his brain cannot function. Like everybody's talking about Biden's brain. This man's brain is a friggin' million times worse. Holy shit. I have never had to read such incoherent drivel in my entire life. And I'm sorry for having to break away from reading this to go on this rant, but he is so dumb and so mentally disturbed and mentally deteriorating that it's actually causing me pain now. So let me try to continue to get through this so I can get to the heart of it. God bless. I went and didn't make a nice speech. I said, what the hell are you doing? Nobody's paying. Nobody was paying. And I didn't want to be obnoxious because I felt it was the first time I'd ever done this. And I didn't even know what the hell NATO was too much before, but it didn't take me long to figure it out, like about 2 minutes. And the first thing I figured out was they weren't paying. We were paying. We were paying almost fully for, and I said, that's unfair, but I didn't want to make a big mess. You didn't know what it was, but you figured it out in 2 minutes because you're so friggin' smart, right? You're so friggin' smart that you can't come up with cogent sentences, right? That's what you're telling us? You were so smart. I guarantee you to this day, Donald Trump could not tell you what NATO is. I guarantee you to this day, he could not tell you when NATO was formed, why NATO was formed, and what NATO was supposed to be doing, and the significance and importance of NATO. But his idiot followers don't care. They don't care that he's up there saying the same thing 1 million times in one sentence. They're dumber than he is. So to them, that sounds normal. To those of us out here with rational brains, like I'm trying to read it. Again, I wasn't stuttering when I repeated those words. It's because he repeated those words in that transcript. This man is deranged, this man is delusional, and by his own admission, he doesn't understand how the world works. And that's the guy that somehow, some way is still technically polling ahead and could likely get back into the White House. The stumbling, bumbling buffoon who admits he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Oh, and for the record, he's lying about the other countries not paying. The reason the United States paid more is because we have far more at stake. We were the wealthiest country, so we had to pay our fair share, which, yes, is a lot more than other countries, but it's because we also have a lot more at stake. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.